Tourism has always been a major part of Florida's legacy, and St. Lucie County is very much part of that tradition. But have you explored all that St. Lucie County has to offer? From professional sporting events to pristine waters and secluded environmental preserves, from marine education centers and museums to diverse cultural festivals, St. Lucie County has something for everyone. So join us as we vacation in our own backyard and send you postcards from home.
Welcome to Postcards from Home, a show that highlights St. Lucie County's natural and cultural treasures. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and each month we take a look at some of St. Lucie County's best-known parks, museums, and nature preserves, as well as highlighting some of its best-kept secrets. On today's show, we're going to try to unlock the secrets and break out of the escape room here in Port St. Lucie. Located in Bridge Plaza on Port St. Lucie Boulevard, the area's first escape room offers at least 3 challenging scenarios where participants have to work together to race against the clock to find clues to help them unlock the doors that keep them inside. Inspired by the video game Escape Room, this is a physically interactive game and a mental workout set in a room that challenges you to decipher and decode your way out. Each room features a unique set of themes, challenges, and props. Great for team building or bonding, these puzzles force people to utilize critical thinking and communication skills to decipher the mystery that keeps them contained. So let's not waste any more time before we even get into the escape room and go inside and meet co-owner and creator of the escape room, Nathan Lacombe. Well, Nate, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today inside the escape room. Now, I think you're the first escape room on the Treasure Coast, are you not?
Yeah, we are, absolutely.
Yeah. How did this idea come about?
The idea came from my father. My family, we own a big outdoor adventure park in Maine called Monkey See, Monkey Do. We started that about, I think it was 6 years ago. Okay. And we go to these conventions for entertainment, you know, and my father kind of stumbled upon the idea. He was looking for something to do during the winters. And he kind of mentioned the idea to me about 2 years ago. And at the time, I was very actively involved with another company. I didn't have the time, so I kind of brushed it off. And then some time passed, and I was like, I could probably pull this off if I brought in a partner. And so I brought in a partner, and here we are today.
Yeah.
So.
And I've seen a couple of these popping up. I think there's one in Melbourne, and we were on a family trip in North Carolina, and I saw some escape rooms. So it's not a franchise, right? You guys are an independent?
We're independent.
Yeah,
there are franchises that do exist. We like to come up with our own ideas and write our own rooms, so we're not a franchise.
Yeah. And so you said you have different rooms here. You have 3 right now?
We have 3 rooms. Okay. We have Uncle Bob's Cabin, which was our first one. It's kind of like a cabin theme. You got to break into the cabin, find the cash, and escape before the mob gets you.
Okay.
And we have one of our most popular rooms is Simon's Room. Now we're on to Simon's Room 2 because it was such a hit. That's more like a Saw theme. You're stuck in a basement of a demented lunatic. Very interactive. And then we have one called Saturday Detention, which is kind of like the Breakfast Club theme. You're stuck in detention, and you got to get out to make the Mr. Pickles, the teacher, made the classroom an escape room because he knows there's a party that you want to go to. So he's like, well, if you can get through the escape room, you can make the party.
You can leave early.
So,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's the theme. You get into these rooms, and you're under a time frame to find clues and solve the mystery to get yourself out.
Exactly. You have 1 hour to beat the room, and you have clues, you have riddles, you have puzzles. And it's all like, it's like a sequence, and it carries you, every time you get one, it carries you forward, and it's a timed event, and you got to beat it within an hour to beat the game. And
it sounds like Simon's Room's a little more of the horror theme, so you don't stick your hand in a spaghetti or anything like that, right?
Actually, you
do. You gotta do. It gets a little gross.
But you leave with your hand, yes.
Okay, so. You do leave with your hand, all right. So, but you have different variations, so some of them could be more family friendly.
Absolutely, yeah. Uncle Bob's Cabin, Saturday Detention is very family oriented, and you have Simon's Room is more for the horror fanatics.
Okay.
So.
Well, my 11-year-old would probably like that. She likes the horror stuff.
Yeah, we do. We do some young kids now. They do all right.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are the typical age groups and sizes for these for the rooms?
You get 9, 10, and they start to catch on to it. 14 and 15, we find that They do very well, better than most adults, to be honest with you.
A little more open-minded, maybe, or see the clues.
I think they don't overthink.
Okay,
So,
that's probably it. Yeah.
and that's 14, 15-year-olds. They do really well. Then all the way up, and there's no real age limit after that.
Yeah.
So.
And your hours of operation, you guys are.
We're open to the public. We're open Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we open up at 4. Last reservations at 9:30. Saturday and Sunday, first reservations at 11:30 in the morning, last is 9:30. Okay. And then we do a lot of corporate team events, and we'll open up for Monday and Tuesday for corporate team events.
That's what I was going to think. It's probably a great opportunity for team building and for groups, nonprofits to come in and teach people to work together and communicate.
Absolutely, it's great. You get everybody out of the office, you have fun for an hour, you work together as a team, and then they get their energy back, and I think we've been doing more and more of that. That's actually kind of taken over.
Oh, great.
So it's actually catching up to the public part of the business.
And with 3 rooms, you could probably have a decent sized office come in and break them up into
Absolutely,
3 different rooms, because you can run all 3 rooms at the same time?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, what is entailed in it to sign up? I mean, any kind of, I'm sure there's a waiver form, right?
Yeah, we have to do a waiver. It's 95, probably about, I would say, over 95% of our bookings is people going on our website, escaperoompsl.com, and they just book there. Everything's available to you there. The calendar, the availability,
all right.
And you just buy your tickets right online, and you show up 15 minutes before your reservation.
And you can sign up as either a single individual and join a party,
Absolutely,
or you can come in with a group.
Yeah, if we have people that if we have a bunch of different people in one group and they all want to buy their own tickets, they can just go to the website, pick the same room, and buy their tickets there.
And then how many people can each room handle about?
For the public, most of our rooms are 10,
Okay.
But if you have a private room, we offer group discounts. So if you pay for 8 tickets, we allow you to bring up to 12.
Great. And now, what about how often do these rooms change out? You said that you're on Simon's room 2 already.
About a year.
Okay.
We try to get it. We put a lot into them, so we try to get a year out of them. Uncle Bob's Cabin's still going strong. It's always, I think it's 14th. We're on our 14th month with it.
Okay.
Simon's room 2, we just kind of forced it because of Halloween.
Sure.
But you got a pretty good sized population to go through, so.
Yeah, this area is growing.
Absolutely. So.
Now, and what about future expansions? Are you guys looking to branch out?
Well, yeah, actually, Vero Beach, we're about to open. 2 to 3 weeks, that'll be open. That'll be 3 different rooms, and we're excited about that one. And then after that, we're probably going to expand down in Palm Beach County.
Okay.
I think this is a huge population down there, so maybe 2 or 3. And either we're going to go north or south. We'll see. As long as we keep going strong, we'll probably keep expanding.
Now, what happens when you solve it? You're in there for an hour. If you get out ahead of time, what kind of prizes? Is there prizes involved? Or?
No prizes.
No?
But you get your picture
Just
taken.
Tickets, yeah.
And we get your time. It's more bragging rights.
Okay. What's the quickest the room's been solved?
We had one, probably about 35 minutes.
Okay.
We've had Uncle Bob's Cabin about 35 minutes. Is probably the record.
You don't get to keep the cash?
No,
it's Monopoly money?
Yeah, we do get, yeah.
Well, I've got a bad knee, so is there any physical limitations? I don't have to lift like 50 pounds to get out of this room, right?
Really.
It's okay.
No.
It's more mental challenge,
It's
right?
more mental challenge. There's a few physical things, but nothing that requires that much.
Yeah. So what separates you from some of the other escape rooms around the country, you think?
My belief is that a good escape room will make you miss the simplest stuff.
Okay.
You should never leave an escape room feeling, I could have never got that. You should leave an escape room like, I should have had that.
Yeah.
That's a good escape room. So that's how we write our rooms. We want people to miss the simplest stuff. So they don't blame the creator, they blame themselves when they miss it. And we do a lot of, my partner John is a great software engineer, and we do a lot of sound effects, visual effects. We do a lot of props. We put a lot into the rooms. So we don't just throw a room together with some puzzles and locks. We try to make it a blockbuster versus like a TV show.
Okay.
Each one of our rooms. So we put a lot into them. A lot of surprises. When we write a room, we have like a kind of like a solid foundation as far as how we want to do it and how many surprises. But yes, we try to again write blockbusters versus.
Yeah. Do you guys have any opportunities for corporate fundraisers? I mean, I know you do corporate parties, you said, but if...
We work with the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
I'm a huge believer in that. I think it's a great organization. My son actually attends the one, and he goes to Mariposa, and he attends the one after school. I'm very impressed with him.
Yeah.
We want to get more involved with the community. I think that's very important, especially getting involved with the youth. You got Richard Del Toro. I'm sure you
Yeah,
might.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
He's a prime example of somebody who can make a difference in the community. He's very active with the youth, and I think it makes a huge difference. And
Maybe we could have a fundraiser where we could lock politicians up in a room and see which one. We could even film that for you. We could make some money for you.
I have a few in mind, but
Yeah,
I think that's very important. So as we've been growing so fast and we've been so busy, but as we put the proper management in place, I think our goal is to get more involved with the community and so forth. So
Yeah, and this was originally a bridal store, right? A retail space that you guys transformed this whole thing, right?
Yeah, when we took over the spot, it was completely just a slab.
Okay.
So this was a complete build out.
Nice. And I'm sure there's each room. There's monitors to make sure you guys are watching what's going on, right? So people don't cheat.
We are very engaged in the escape room. In all of our rooms, we're very engaged. We communicate in a lot of different ways. I'm a huge believer that the last thing you should ever do is interrupt or enter an escape room while it's going on. So we find other ways to communicate. Each room's a little bit different, and so you'd never want to interrupt the experience, so to speak.
Sure.
So we find ways to communicate, and over repetition of doing rooms over and over again, we come up with jokes and get people laughing, and that's
Great.
what it's all about, having a good time.
So you're not just putting a room and left it to your own device. You are to some extent, but like you said, you don't want to interrupt the experience, but help prod them along, or
Absolutely. You're allowed to ask for 3 additional clues without a penalty in each one of our rooms.
So you can phone a friend.
When they're phone a friend, exactly. So if you see somebody getting stuck, if a group's getting stuck and frustrated, like they're not moving forward, they're allowed to ask for a clue. And each room's a little bit different on how they do it.
Sure.
So Simon's room, they got to ask Simon, and he doesn't just hand out free clues. He's a demented lunatic, so he likes to make them earn those clues.
Nice.
So by doing something,
Sure.
they're not going to give it away.
You don't have to cut a finger off or anything, though, right?
Once in a while. It depends on the group.
Yeah, that's
but they leave with all their body parts, I promise.
Awesome. I'd like to see some of these rooms,
Sure.
but we don't want to spoil it
Yeah.
for folks. But can we take a break and maybe come back and look into some of the rooms?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a look inside one of the escape rooms here in Port St. Lucie. Welcome back to Postcards from Home. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and I'm here inside Simon's Room 2 with Nate. Nate, thanks for joining me once again.
You bet.
Here, I'll give you a little spotlight. So we don't want to give too much away inside the room, but this is probably your horror room, so to speak.
Yes.
It's pretty, it's not fully decked out, but it's still pretty intimidating just as it is now.
Yeah, the whole theme of this room is a basement theme, and you're locked in a basement. Simon's
Hence it's very
basement.
dark and,
Yeah.
the bloody hands on the wall.
Yeah, we have a lot of surprises in this room.
Yeah.
So, you have to. The way you beat this room is you got to find the power source to cut off the power source to the electrical chair, which is about to fry your friend, and you have 1 hour to do it. So
Okay.
you either have a good ending or a bad ending. So you have 1 hour to find the power source to cut off the power to the electrical chair.
Okay.
Either we let her go or she gets fried.
I assume each room has the monitor too with the
Yes.
clues and the countdown, so
Absolutely.
that probably is added pressure then, because you
Yeah.
see how much time.
Each room we have the same software. It's different, you know what I mean, as far as what we do with the software. But
Sure.
they can tell the time they have left, obviously right there.
Yeah, how many clues they've missed.
And you see the green lock there. It says 3.
Yep.
That means they have 3 clues that with no penalty. As soon as they use that, it goes into the red, and then
Okay.
they get a 5-minute penalty added on to their time.
Oh, okay.
All
So
right,
your
so-
time shortened.
Absolutely. So let's say you beat the room in 55 minutes, but you use 5 clues. You get penalized 10 minutes for the 4th and 5th clue, 5 minutes each, so it turns into 65 minutes. So technically, you lose the game. So it's something you got to work together as a team. If you have 15 minutes left and you're really stuck and you used all 3 clues, sometimes that 4th clue will save you, even though you get penalized 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's, you have, we see a lot of groups in here arguing and trying to, if they want to use a clue or not, you know what I mean, to carry them forward. So that's part of the whole team building experience, working together.
Yeah.
So,
But everyone gets out alive, maybe.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
But every room's set up with these monitors, and you all can communicate with, like as we said earlier in the show, so you guys can see what's going on, either nudge them the right way or the wrong way, or, you know.
Absolutely. This one, we're very engaged. You can actually talk to Simon. Simon, you want to say hello? Come on, don't be camera shy, Simon. Say something.
Awesome.
So that's
Nice.
Simon himself. And
Awesome.
so Simon is very engaged with you through the whole experience.
Now, what are some of the best stories I mean, you guys have been up and running a little over a year now. You've
Yeah.
probably seen some humorous things come out of some of these rooms.
I have no idea, absolutely. Yeah.
You guys have a hidden camera. You guys can edit this all together, and
Yeah, we
so-
could. We could probably get a lot of hits on YouTube with some of the groups we've had in here. But we try to get people to be very interactive in the group and make them do fun. Especially in this room, Simon will make you do really funny things and sing karaoke. And,
Okay.
you know, just a lot of different things. He doesn't just hand out free clues. So when you want a clue and you're stuck, you could ask Simon, and Simon usually will make you do some silly stuff. So.
Nice.
So I don't want to give it all away. But
Absolutely, no. That's the whole point of an escape room is you have to figure
Absolutely.
out the clues. So,
Absolutely.
you want to? Can we look at one more room? We don't give them all away, but we'll take a
Yeah.
walk and maybe we'll do Mr. Pickles' detention.
Sure. This one's more family fun.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's for kids. It's really not. It's actually probably our toughest room. It times out the longest on average.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to my special Saturday detention. None of you would be here right now if you behaved yourself and used your brains once in a while. You don't think I know about your little shindig going on this afternoon? Let me tell you something. Back in my heyday, I was quite the party animal. So I kind of understand you want to make the party. So what I did is I set this classroom up in a special escape room. So you got 60 minutes to beat this room if you want to make the party. But I honestly doubt it, Chad, because you're all a disgrace. So I wish you the best of luck. You may begin.
Oh, school bell, nice.
Yeah.
What I like about this room though is I got a place to sit down.
Yeah.
In case I get, because I'm standing for an hour, it might be tough for me.
Yeah.
Is this actual
Some people
graffiti? Now, one of the questions I had, if I'm locked in the escape room, can I pull out my cell phone and cheat?
We watch every move that you do, so no, we do not.
Okay.
No.
No
That'd be
classrooms.
considered cheating.
Yes. No phones in class, right?
No phone. We do allow people to take their phones in because I'm a parent.
Sure.
And if I have a babysitter, it's gonna be tough to take my phone away from
Yeah.
me. We just ask people not to abuse it.
Sure.
And we've been pretty lucky.
And you also don't want people giving away clues online, make it
Absolutely.
easier for future
Yeah, we definitely
guests.
do not let people videotape.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, now,
Yeah, this is-
okay.
So during the whole game, the friend keeps hacking in.
It's the best party of the year.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear, but you gotta hurry up. Check back with you guys later.
Okay. So that puts added pressure on you then to finish so you can get to the party on
Absolutely.
time. Okay. Now, I see all these cabinets are locked.
Yeah.
That's part of the puzzle too? There might be clues hidden inside here?
You gotta figure out the combinations, and then it keeps leading you forward. So there's stuff
Okay.
locked up in the cabinets, and it carries you forward, and then it's a lot of surprises too that,
Okay.
that don't involve locks.
Okay.
So
Perfect. And again, this is it's a smaller room, but you say it's one of the more challenging ones?
yeah, a lot of people get the impression that this is for young kids, but on average it times out longer.
Okay.
So it's probably one of our toughest rooms. You start here, you got to get through this door, you got to
Okay.
get out the end there, and that's how you beat the room. So there's more than one room in this one.
Okay. Well, Nate, we finally got out of the classroom, Mr. Pickles' classroom here. This is part of Bob's cabin, I assume?
Uncle Bob's cabin.
Uncle
yeah.
Bob, yeah. And this is one of your longest running rooms?
This was our first
First
room
one?
that we opened up, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's still going strong.
Right, well, I don't want to give anything away behind here, but so I know you all have some group coming in this afternoon, so I don't want to keep you too long, but anything that folks need to know about other than check your website for times and prices?
You can check us out at escaperoompsl.com and soon to be escaperoomverobeach.com. If you haven't tried one, definitely give it a shot. I think you'll have a great time. And if you've done other escape rooms, also definitely give us a shot.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of surprises in ours. So
and even if you're of the faint at heart and you're not a horror fan, these escape rooms aren't all Saws, right? It's not all
they're not all
Jason.
horror.
Yeah.
They're not all, but we try to make each room intense. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it seems to be what people want.
Yeah.
So absolutely, we have 3 brand new rooms coming in Vero Beach, completely different themes. And so we're excited about that. So in this one, Uncle Bob's Cabin is probably going to be retired in about a month or so, and it's going to be completely replaced.
So get down now before they...
Absolutely. If you haven't tried Uncle Bob's Cabin, definitely give it a shot before Uncle Bob's retired for good. So.
Well, thanks so much for taking the
thank
time
you,
today. I
Eric.
appreciate it. We'll be back with the family.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you think you have awesome detective skills and the ability to solve mysteries? Well, challenge yourself at the PSL Escape Room. Located in Bridge Plaza at 1022 Southeast Port St. Lucie Boulevard, the area's first escape room offers at least 3 challenging scenarios where participants have to work together to race against the clock to find clues to help them unlock the doors that keep them in. Inspired by the video game Escape Room, this is a physically interactive game and a mental workout set in a room that challenges you to decode and decrypt your way out. Each room features a unique set of themes, challenges, and props. Great for team building or bonding, these puzzles force people to utilize critical thinking and communication skills to decipher the mystery that's keeping them contained. The escape rooms open Wednesdays through Sundays at various times for each of the rooms. To find out more, call the staff at 772-626-6655 or visit their website at escaperoompsl.com. If you'd like to see previously aired episodes of Postcards from Home, visit our website or YouTube channel at youtube.com/stluciegov. I'm your host, Eric Gill. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next month as we continue to send out Postcards from Home.